What up?
What up?
Where Thump at? What's up, Thump? What's up, y'all?
What's poppin'? See the U, the P, the I, the D.
My God.
One more person I don't
Hold
know.
on. We got my dude in the building. Wait a minute, I can't do this without my dude, man. Wait a minute.
Yep, we lost Paco.
Oh,
Hello. Hello. Hello, Sonia.
Hi.
What up?
I'm chilling. I'm ready for the party. Hey, DJ Tom.
oh, we lost Paco.
We're gonna have the whole world doing this one, dog. The Line Dance King is in the building.
The Line Dance King is in the building. Cupid in the building.
That was just super happy.
That's my brother.
Can y'all see me?
Hey, go ahead, baby. Everybody, I want you guys to say hi to Cupid is in the building, y'all.
What up, Cupid?
Cupid.
What's up? How y'all doing?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. I'm trying to make
Let's everybody let's do the Cupid shuffle.
Hey, Cupid.
Yes, sir.
Can I blend it? Can I blend you something, man?
Uh-oh. Your dad. I hear you, boy.
How you doing, Miss Pat?
Doing good. Thank you.
This is some of the songs you guys haven't heard from Cupid. The dude really can sing, man. The dude got vocals. Y'all check this out.
A little bit.
Check it out.
The Cupid Shuffle is one of the few dances that I can do. One of the few.
Maria, hello, Maria.
Hello, DJ Tom.
I like Maria's background.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the background. That's what's up.
Hey, brother.
So where is everyone from? Let's see. Pat, where are you from, or where are you calling from? Or where you're doing?
I'm from Las Vegas, but
Okay, cool.
over by the airport.
Oh,
Really nice. Yeah, and I'm by my pool, so
you have a beautiful view.
airplanes go over. I might have to mute myself if they go over too much. And I'm outside, so I'm having a little hard time hearing. But anyway, nice to see you all.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should like
You guys see me?
like around and say what we do or whatever.
Okay.
Sonia, your video's not on, honey.
So
Sonia,
I change the video.
Turn the video on, Sonia.
Hit the more, and then you can see your video area.
I'm gonna log out and log back in.
okay, no worries. Oh, here comes
No,
Paco
that's
again.
Cupid, man. That's Cupid right there, man. That's Cupid. That's my dude right there, man. I just want
That's
to
funny.
I want to spoil you. Hey, listen real fast, man. Listen real fast.
There you
While
go.
Cupid is on here, you guys have any questions you might want to ask Cupid?
There I am.
There you are. Where'd you go?
I had to go to the bathroom. No, I don't know. I lost. You put on the call yet?
He is.
Yes, sir. What's up?
I had this big fancy intro. I'm going to read it to you.
Oh, look. You want me to hang up and then to come back on like I'm fancy?
No. I'm just it because I hate to think I went through all this work for nothing. So here it is. So here's my intro for Cupid, and then you can pretend you're coming in on the call.
All right. I got it.
Okay, here you go. Here you go. He started singing in his father's church choir. Until now, so far, he's released 4 albums. He exploded onto the scene in 2007 with the Cupid Shuffle, which became one of the biggest line dance songs in music history. He went on to college on a track scholarship and left his studies to pursue a singing career and began singing at talent shows, weddings, and funerals. Funerals. He has a 5-octave range. His songs that made him his song that made him a household word has sold over 2 million copies and gets over 6,500 downloads every week. He made all the judges on The Voice look stupid when they didn't pick him, and he went on to become successful in spite of them. In 2007, he got into the Guinness Book of World Records with the largest line dance ever, 17,000 people in Atlanta.
Wow.
His music has been in multiple movies. He's working on new projects as we speak. Just for fun, I checked his video on YouTube, and it shows.
I'm in the video chat, but I can't.
We need you for a second.
Yeah, we want to get a feeling. Okay, all right.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me finish. His YouTube video has 56 million views. Just for the official Cupid Shuffle video. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to our pool party, Cupid.
Hello. How y'all doing?
Hey, was I accurate on everything?
I was well. It's at 4 million now, but hey, no, who's counting?
Excuse me.
You know, hey, I like that, Paco. That's real.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, man.
So I gotta ask you this. Look, I gotta ask you this question first. How did you get the? I know, but I want everybody else to know how you got the name Cupid.
Well, I got my name Cupid because when I first started singing, I was on tour with Mel Waiters. I'm sure y'all might know the song. I got my money and I got my whiskey. So I was the opening act, and the 2 songs I was singing for my opening act songs were "Change Gonna Come" and "Cupid Draw Back Your Bow" by Cupid. So people would say, "That's that little boy that sang Cupid all the time," and through that whole tour, my name was Cupid. So I had to stick with it.
Oh, I thought you were like a lover.
Nah, man. Nah.
Hey, Cupid. Hey, Q.
Yeah. You know what that is, man. Rest in peace, Mr. Mel Waiters, man. The guy who gave me my shot in the second world.
So can you tell us what the stuff you're working on now? Is that something you can tell us?
Yeah, man. Actually, right now I'm working on a project. I'll be finishing up. I'll be dropping it on my birthday. The album is called Unity. And the reason why I named the album Unity is because of the overwhelming response of the Cupid Shuffle in the protests, the George Floyd protests, and all of the Black Lives Matter protests. So I have an album, a full project coming out titled Unity that'll be dropping December 22nd in reference to that, and just making music that just brings everybody together, all ages, all races, everyone together at one time.
So that's something that everybody doesn't know. That's like an inside scoop.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Nobody knows. You know, I told Thump I was gonna tell all the secrets today.
I'm gonna move. You guys ask Cupid questions. I'm gonna move.
Yeah, y'all, come on. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. The first question I know y'all may want to ask me is why the name of my Zoom is Christian Bernard. I'm using my son's Zoom account for the use for school. So that's his name, man.
Hey, Cupid, I wanted to thank you. My husband didn't dance. He wasn't a dancer. But we learned to do the Cupid Shuffle. And every time we went to a party, well, he was the first one up to dance. And he stayed on the dance floor. So I want to thank you so much for getting him up to do that.
That's my guy. That's my guy. I appreciate that so much. It's good to see that song, for everyone who's not a dancer, I just give you the direction of the whole song. So
right.
it's good work.
Yeah, Yep. And then he would stay on the dance floor for a little while. So thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Thank you so
indeed.
much.
One thing that I
Cupid.
do love about the Cupid Shuffle is that it has reached so many different diverse nationalities. I mean, I've DJ'd weddings, I've bar mitzvahs, and I can tell you right now, as a DJ, we have something called our safe set. A safe set is when the dance floor is not packed. You have a safe song that you play that you know is going to get everybody up. And Cupid Shuffle definitely was one of those songs that we call our safe songs. You play that anywhere. White wedding, black, oriental, it doesn't matter. Asian, Hispanic, everybody get up, do the Cupid Shuffle, man. So thank you for breaking the barriers in music when it comes to, nationalities, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And it's good to see, so many like cruise ships and again with the Black Lives Matter protest, to see people just getting together, man. That's very, 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 very just overwhelming.
Hey, Cupid,
So
how
thanks, dog.
did you come up with this concept for this song? How did you come up with the idea for the Cupid Show?
I just wanted to make a line dance that didn't have a genre. Music people are so fickle sometimes because they're like, is this pop? Is this country? Is this hip hop? I didn't see it on the charts, so I don't know. And I was like, I just want to make a song that don't even have nothing to do with the business side of the music. It's just a fun record that anybody could do, and I wanted to make the dance super simple so that anybody who didn't know how to dance could still dance to it. And it just kind of all came together at one time.
Was this a dance that you were already doing? Were you already doing this as your own person? Because everybody has their own personal dance swag. They do the same steps sometimes to all of the same songs. So was this something that you were already doing that you decided to this would be good for a dance song?
Well, I'm gonna give you some science. Everybody who's right-handed, no matter what song comes on, they step twice to the right. Automatically, biologically, just by the way your body moves. So I figured if I did something that people naturally do when a beat comes on and just kind of make it just like the typical body movements, it will be easy. So yeah, like it was like kind of like scientific, because we would go to the club every weekend and just watch people dance. And I'm like, when you say two-step, the two-step is naturally what you do. You step to the, you do your little two steps to the right. Hey. So I'm like, okay, let's build on that. And that's how we came up with Cupid Shuffle.
Wow.
So everybody on here, are you familiar with the wobble?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was the first one to play it here in Vegas, just to let you guys know. There's a version of the wobble with Cupid on it. Did you guys know that?
Really?
How about, check it out.
New Cupid!
Oh.
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
Real sexy. Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, man?
Cupid. Yeah, man.
I know Jason had a question. Jason, go ahead, man.
Yes. Okay. Cupid, you know what? I am a loyal listener. Okay. I listen to Jammin 1057, and I just want to tell you that every time I listen, when I go to like weddings, I hear that Cupid Shuffle. You do it the best. I love it, man. I just love your music.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I just want my music just to have that energy. Like, as soon as you hear my music, you start smelling barbecue or something. Like, you just want to party.
Introducing to the world, Cupid, the dance party.
Party is started.
Mexico. Everybody get on the
It's a good workout too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, y'all bring the questions on. I'm ready. I'm trying to get my questions in before Tony get on, cause Tony and Rob, man, I know the ladies they're gonna have a lot of questions for Tony and Rob.
Oh, I got to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that unfortunately I got a call late last night. Tony Terry can't be on the call today because he's in the mountains in Georgia and he doesn't have a good connection. So I got another surprise guest that's going to be coming on.
Oh.
Yeah, but we got somebody. We got somebody.
My bad, man. I didn't jump the gun talking about all that.
No, because you know what?
He's
It's
not
no
yet.
big thing. It's no big thing. But you know, I got a question. I know that that a lot of people, in fact, in your song, basically you were like, people think I can't sing.
Oh.
Why do you think they thought you couldn't sing?
Well, it's crazy, man. I don't know. People don't realize I can sing until they try to sing the Cupid Shuffle.
Right.
If you sit down and try to sing that song, good luck. Cause I'm singing my little heart out in that song. I'm hitting notes all over the place, church runs and everything. But because it's dominated by the dance, people never really pick it up. But you know, I grew up singing in church, and I was on the blues circuit with some of the biggest blues singers in the country as a singer, and that's actually what I do still now. Like people say you're a line dance artist, and I'm like, what is that? Like, that it's not a thing, but I've made some line dance songs, and I'm very proud of them. But I think it's just because people get caught up in the dance more than listening to the song itself.
But that's like saying you're a chicken eater. Yeah, I like to eat chicken, but there's more to it than that.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna have to use that right there, bro.
Yeah. I'll send you the bill.
As a matter of fact, since you said that, Cupid, now first of all, you guys, Cupid and I, this is my dude, man. This is my guy. We go back, man. I have something. I don't know if you heard this before, but the Christian community made a gospel version of the Cupid Shuffle. Have you heard it?
I need to hear this.
Come on, Christians. Come on.
I need that thump. I need that email to me.
Wow. Well, you know right away. You know right away it's a Christian version because right off the bat they're saying hallelujah.
Exactly.
Come on, Christians.
They took your verse.
That's funny.
I was waiting for baptize yourself. Hey, Thump,
That's
hold on.
cool.
We got somebody in the waiting room.
Okay.
Are we ready, Sheila? Are we ready, Leah?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
We do actually.
Okay, hold on. Let me do the intro. She started as a regular artist in clubs and on the radio in the early 90s. She has multiple top 10 records, 3 number ones in the United States. She is a dance and club diva. Not only does she have top 10 artists in the U.S., but she was also top 10 artists in Belgium, Sweden, Britain, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and Ireland. She's been around the world, and now we have the honor of welcoming her to our Zoom pool party. Ladies and gentlemen, international singer, songwriter, and superstar, Robin S.
Yeah.
Hey.
Robin, welcome.
Hey, Robin.
Hey,
Where's Robin?
I'm right here.
Yes.
There
I
you
see her.
go.
What's up?
Right here. Wow.
That's awesome.
Like everybody went on freeze to hear the song for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, you know it. You had to pause, man.
Oh, I'm gonna stop the music. Hey, Robin!
Hey, how are you?
We're good.
Listen, you gotta show us love.
I'm trying to
All
see your faces.
unintended.
I can't see faces.
Oh, really?
Kind of in the shade. I'm in the shade. But hello, Robin.
Hi, but I can't see faces.
We
Boo-hoo.
can see you.
It's like 7 o'clock here. I'm in Tampa.
Ah. Yeah, it's 7:24. I'm in upstate New York.
Really?
Hey.
Wow. We got people from all over the place on here.
Robin, you may have to click on video. Show your video.
All right. You know, I'm addicted when it comes to stuff like this.
I can see Robin.
Yeah, I can see you too.
I can
I
see
can
her.
see her. I can see her.
She can't see us though.
Oh, and there she is.
There she go.
You have an iPhone?
No?
Yeah.
Yes?
You're good.
Yeah, we can see you.
Yeah,
Well,
we
I
can.
can't see anybody, but hello.
Hey.
So, Robin, I had a question for you. I had heard a story, a rumor, that when you first came on the music scene, that you were working, and of course,
Hey, how come it's not tonight?
Hello.
I'm listening to you.
Okay. No, I had heard a rumor, and I don't know how accurate the story is, because a lot of times you hear stories and they're not really true. But I wanted to know. I heard when you first came on the music scene that you were working as a secretary in Long Island. Is
Now we're getting everybody back.
I'm back.
We're in.
Cupid in there? Is Cupid in here?
I'm right here.
Here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I think I'm back now.
There we go. There we go. So, Robin, I don't know if you got a chance to hear my question. Did you hear my question?
Yes, I did.
Is that true or no?
Well, I heard your question, and then the devil took over and took. That is absolutely true. I was the executive secretary to the mayor of Hempstead, Long Island, and they gave me their blessings. You know, I didn't know what I was going to do. I loved my job, you know, where I was, but it was one of those things where, okay, if I don't go through this window that's opened up, I don't want to be 70 years old saying I wonder what would have happened if. So they gave me their blessings. I was able to take leave of absence for a year, and thank God I never went back.
That's her white grandpa. You watching the movie?
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It worked out pretty well. Look, here's the thing. I don't know that you got a chance to hear the intro, but I was talking about you had top 10 records in Belgium, Sweden, Britain, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and Ireland.
Oh, he's talking to celebrities.
No, we are.
That's who she is.
We are.
No, I'm just a normal person who was gifted. How about that?
There you go. So,
Amen.
Robin, my question is really, having said that, which was the country that you visited that you really enjoyed the most in the whole world?
I'm afraid to answer. That's a loaded question. I really liked all of them. I really did. I mean, having the opportunity to see the world through the vision, you know, of what God gave me, and be able to not have tunnel vision about life and about situations and about people, that in itself to me was a blessing. So I really can't say that it's any one particular place. Every time I go someplace or revisit a place, I see something different, and it's like, oh wow, you know. And I think about how blessed I am because it didn't have to be me. It could have been somebody else, you know. And I take full advantage of being able to meet people, speak to people, you know, find out their cultures, you know, because I think, you know, a lot of it's the ignorance that people have right now toward cultures is because they don't ask questions, you know. Ask questions in a very respectful and polite way, and let people get to know your culture, and there lies the line of respect.
Yeah. What about when you go to a country like Switzerland, and people are out there singing every word of your song, but they don't speak English? How does that make you feel?
Well, that blows my mind anywhere I go, whether it's Switzerland, or Japan or any place. You know, music is universal, and that just confirms it for you. You know, it makes you feel good, and anything that makes you feel good should have a sustainability.
Wow.
Good. That's good.
What's up?
Well, you people can ask questions. I'm not the only one that can ask questions.
I have a question for you, Robin. If there's anyone that you could have a collaboration with, by the way, this is DJ Thump, I'm sorry. If there's anyone that you could have a collaboration with, who would it be?
Oh, wow. If you'd have asked me that years ago, I would have said Beyonce. I think right now it would probably be Fred Hammond.
Wow. Amen.
Yeah, Fred Hammond. I've done a collabo with Mary, so I put my checklist on that, but it would be Fred Hammond. I absolutely adore that man. Jonathan McReynolds. You said one person, but I'm naming everybody. Jonathan McReynolds, Fred Hammond, Israel Norton, you know, I mean, all of them. I absolutely love them.
So, Robin, what's on your playlist on your phone or whatever?
Wow. Okay, so, of course, Fred Hammond.
Hold on, Robin.
Oh, wow. Yes.
I just had to give you a taste of it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. Fred Hammond, who's on my playlist? Leandria Johnson, Mary, Lettucey.
Lettucey. Oh my God.
Let's see. Gosh, all of them. Jonathan McReynolds, Kiki Sheard, Clark Sisters. Yeah, that's on my playlist because I need that on a daily basis. With everything that's going on, let me tell you, I need Jesus every day. Every day.
All do. We all do.
Every day.
We all do. Yes.
Amen to that.
When I get in my car, you know, sometimes, you know, the R&B will come through, but I'm telling you, with everything that's going on and everything that we're forced to look at 24 hours a day, I need Jesus. I need
Preach,
Jesus.
Robin. Preach, Robin. Preach.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
You gonna make me?
I got a question for you.
Yeah, well, you know, Kirk Franklin, and of course, I'm gonna say my own bishop, William Murphy.
Yeah.
Well, we just had a conversation, me and Thump, last week. We talked to I know you know Donnie McClurkin.
Yes.
And he's not too far from where you used to live. You're living in Florida now, right?
No, I'm still in Atlanta.
Oh, okay, Atlanta. Okay, so you left the New York area.
Put your hand on your neighbor's back
Yeah.
and tell them it's already.
Oh, what? It's already done.
Your neighbor, tell them God's already moving on your behalf.
Woo!
All right, so look, we got another guest in the waiting room, and I want to bring him in as well.
Okay.
His first record put him and his partner on the map. It was a multi-platinum smash, which went number 3 on the Billboard chart. His second smash was a top 10 record on the charts, and by now everybody knows his name. In 1989, he topped the chart at number 1 with a song called "Get on the Dance Floor," and his songs have been in TV shows, movies, and even in video games. But of course, you know this multi-platinum rap blockbuster artist from It Takes Two, Joy and Pain, ladies and gentlemen, our friend Rob Base.
Yeah.
Rob.
Yay. Yay.
Rob, welcome, brother. How you doing?
Connecting to audio. There he goes.
Okay. You with us, Rob?
Yeah, I'm here. What up?
Hey,
I'm Rob.
how are you?
What's up, y'all?
Okay. So Rob, we realize it takes 20 to make a thing go right. So we got a room full of people.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Rob, what's up? What's up, baby?
Hanging in there, just surviving.
Check out his back wall, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, look at that back wall. Way to go.
That's what's up.
So, hey, feel free. Ask Rob a question. Ask Robin a question. Ask Cupid a question. Whatever you want. It's open mic time.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
I'm good, hanging in there.
I just want to tell you, I love your music, and I like all your music. You do such a great job, and I'm happy to see you on this virtual pool party with Jammin 1057's.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Every time they play your music, I turn it up.
That's what's up.
Something real fast. I'm gonna go ahead and put you out there for a minute, Jason. This guy calls in every.
Hey, Rob. Last night I downloaded, or I was watching the video, It Takes Two. Love that song. I'm old school, so when you did that, I just love it. But was that filmed near the Apollo Theater?
Yes, I was right by the Apollo Theater.
Yeah, I saw that in the background.
Yeah.
You did it. It was a wonderful job. I love that song. And then you mix the old with the new, and you really brought it up to date. I loved it. And I also loved Joy and Pain. I mean,
yeah, that was that
song
classic Frankie Beverly right there.
Yeah. Did you ever meet him?
We never got a chance to meet each other yet. We have done shows together, but for some reason, like he goes on a lot later than I go on. So by the time he get on, I'll be already back in the hotel room most of the time.
Well, I love those oldies that you bring into the modern time. You did a wonderful job. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You know what? One of the things that I think is really, really cool, and with Rob, with Cupid, with Robin S, all three of you, and I want to know individually how you guys feel about this. All three of you, through your music, because when you look at the music that all three of you created, it is so multicultural, multi-ethnic, it just brings everybody together. So how does that make you feel knowing that you're putting music out there that is basically for the whole world?
Well, for me, it's a good feeling because actually when I made my music, I really kind of made it for the neighborhood. I didn't know that it would, spread all around the world the way it did. I just wanted to make some feel good dance music, so people can party. And that's pretty the angle I was shooting for,
Yeah, but for me, here's the kicker. For me, when I recorded Show Me Love, I had the flu and I hated the song. Okay?
Really?
I did not like the song. I did not like it. Because I came from singing R&B and salsa music, with bands. So when I was presented with that song, I was like, I don't know how to do this. I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. But fast forwarding to now, it absolutely blows my mind when I'm standing on stage and I look at the audience and I see generations standing before me, from 4 years old to 6 years old, at festivals and stuff like that, and to 50 years old. And I'm like, okay, all right, God, this is where I was supposed to be. So, okay. So it absolutely blows my mind.
Wow. And for me, again, like just watching this recent with the Black Lives Matter movement and watching people do the Cupid Shuffle at all of these rallies and stuff like that, it really, really, really just lets you know the power of music. Music is a mood, and music can change the savage beast. It just depends on what the content is and what the energy is when you made it. Right. So to be able to be a part of that as well, and to Robin, I'm a fan. So I understand. Y'all. The energy that y'all put into it, I just want to continue to do the same thing, and it's just a blessing to see people respond still today the way they do.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter how I feel or how I felt about it. It's what it brings, you know? It's the joy that it brings to people. And so, you know, how I feel about it, how I felt about it, nah, it doesn't matter.
I have a comment more than a question for Cupid. I just want to let Cupid know I was so afraid to actually dance sometimes, but every time that song comes on, I know, it makes me a little bit more confident that I know what I'm doing when I do that Cupid shuffle. So I just want to say thank you.
I truly appreciate that so much. You know, just, you know, to the right, to the left.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Okay, listen, I want everybody to get up and do the Cupid shuffle right now.
All right.
Get up and do the shuffle. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
All right.
So crazy.
Can I tell y'all how that song made me feel old body wise? Because after I finished doing the Cupid shuffle for the whole entire time, my legs hurt so bad. It's like, okay, I have got to do better. I have definitely got to do better.
So let me say something, Cupid, I'm gonna say thanks, bro. You and Rob, as a matter of fact. I want to thank both of y'all for making the songs as long as you made them, because anytime a DJ got to go to the bathroom, you put on It Takes Two, you put on Cupid Shuffle, and when I get back, the song is still rocking, and folks are still out there doing their thing, man.
See, here's the problem. I can't do the Cupid Shuffle because I'm dyslexic. I don't know what direction to go.
Just follow the crowd, Paco.
Right.
Just go with the crowd.
But I wanted to ask all three of the performers, at what point in your career did you finally say to yourself, wow, I made it, my dream came true?
Good question.
Yeah. For me, I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Wow. Really?
Wow. No. You know, people come up to me and say, yes, I'm very serious. People come up to me and say, oh, I know you live in large. And, you know, my answer to them is, I'm living, baby. Just like you are. I'm living.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Humility has a definitive place in my life. And I feel like if I lose that, then I lose who I really am. So I don't think I ever want to feel like that. I always want to do better, reinvent, you know, do some more things, you know, collab with other people. And I just always want to be able to sing. That's a gift God gave me. And that's all I ever really wanted to do. So I don't know if I ever want to feel that way.
And I think it's good for you to be humble.
Yeah.
I think being humble is good. To be haughty and I've made it, I'm the best now. That's not good. To be humble is good. You're doing good, Robin.
Well, you got two other people you could collaborate with on this phone call.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
I'm down with that.
Oh, yeah.
So, Rob, what about you? At what point did you feel like your dream had come true, that you made it in the business?
Well, actually, when I was home one day, just laying in the bed, all of a sudden, primetime radio, you know, I always listen to the radio, and It Takes Two come on. Now, this is in the daytime. That was huge for hip hop at that time, to have a record playing in the daytime. Yep, that record right there. So when I heard it, I just jumped up and I just felt right there. I said, "Oh man, we made it. This is gonna blow up." You know, it just gave me a good feeling, and I jumped around, and me and my mother started dancing together. And it was just a good feeling, you know.
Do you remember what station played it?
Probably was that was a while. That was '88. So I can't really remember what station it was I was listening to that day, you know.
BLS.
But I know it came on there. BLS probably. Could have been Kiss.
Well, I tell you what, Paco Lopez broke that album at WBLS.
At Hot 97. No,
Hot 97.
No, stop. No, I have a platinum album, Rob. I showed it to Thump, and Thump sent you the picture of my platinum album.
Yeah.
That one you have back there on the wall there, and I think what year was that? 90?
That was
No,
88.
88. 88. I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and we broke that record out of Phoenix, Arizona. I got a platinum album for that.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, man. Cupid, what about you? Do you remember the first time you heard your song on the radio?
Oh, I do. You know, like before I was the Cupid Shuffle, I was doing a lot of like blues and you know, stuff like that when I was rocking with Mel Waiters and Marvin. But I'm gonna tell you, like the moment that I realized that I was like, oh man, like this is really the real deal. When we did the Ebony Black Family Reunion in Atlanta, Georgia, and Steve Harvey convinced me. He was like, man, let's try to set the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest line dance. And on the stage, I'll never forget, I was on the stage looking out at 17,000 people, and I literally on the mic said, thank you, Jesus, in the middle of the show. Like, because I was like, look at what's happening. I got Monica, I got Full Force, I got Kid and Play out here, I got Steve Harvey hosting this, and I'm just a little dude from a small town in Louisiana who made a line dance, not a R&B record, not a rap record, like a line dance. And you know, when I put that song out, I had no idea it was gonna blow up. I was like, I'm just gonna put a little song, I see what it do. But when I saw that response, I literally said that on the microphone during the show, and that's when I kind of was like, this is something serious. So, you know, that was my moment that I'll never forget.
Did it surprise you that everybody knew the steps and the dance together?
It did, and it did because at the time, a song like that wasn't the norm. And I remember going to different radio stations and jocks and PDs like, this is the corniest thing I've ever heard in my life. This is garbage, this is trash. I went to do interviews with certain DJs and they wouldn't even have the record. It's like, we don't even have it. But this was at a time when it first came out because it was local in Louisiana and it was big in Louisiana, but who knew it would cross, you know, the East Coast, West Coast, and then internationally. So I didn't know, you know, I just was a little dude from Louisiana that was just happy to have a little record deal with a couple of, you know, outside Louisiana. It was cool. So, you know, it's just a blessing, man. It's changed my life. And like Robin said, you know, people don't realize that A&Rs don't make hit records. They don't. And record companies don't make hit records. It's the people.
That's right.
So you got to stay humble with the people, because if the people don't love it, then you don't stand it. They can play it 50,000 times on the radio in your power rotation. If people not rocking with it, they ain't rocking with it.
Yeah.
So that humility comes from loving the people.
That's right.
And you know, and the reason he knows how to preach and he's testifying is because his dad was a pastor.
Amen.
He's been to church. He's been to church.
And you know what? There's a community called Mixed DJs. We have our own community, and I really stay humble when it comes to, like, I hate going to parties where there's another DJ, because I tend to be critical by you know, I don't mean to, but you kind of be critical of the next DJ. And I remember specifically, I went to a pool party. This wasn't, I'm not gonna say where it was. I went to a pool party and there was another DJ that was DJing. And I was standing, of course, me being a DJ, I stood next to the DJ booth, and about 5 people, I promise you, 5 people at least came to the DJ booth and they asked the dude, can you play Rob Base? Can you play Base too? And it took it, he wouldn't play it. He wouldn't play it. So finally, I went to him, I said, yo, bro, you got It Takes Two? He says, nah, I don't have Rob Base. Bro, it took everything. It took the Christ in me not to push that dude out the DJ booth.
Wow.
Serious, bro? Like, It Takes Two. Like, I got like 5 different versions of that joint. Like, are you serious? So it's the DJs as well. Like I said earlier, we have a safe set that we play. We know for a fact what songs are going to get people on. And Robin, Show Me Love is one of them as well. That's a dance.
Yes.
It doesn't matter to Show Me Love.
Definitely.
I must have been out of my mind to do that first note. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I was thinking. Because now,
you mean that big
that's
long
the note
one?
that yes, that's the note that everyone wants to hear first. And I'm like, oh Jesus, can I do this?
Here we go.
We're talking
Robin. Here we go,
20-something
Robin.
years later. It's like, oh gosh, can I do this?
Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob,
Here we
you want to
go.
know what's even crazy? Like, I listen to people try to do that song at karaoke bars.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I do too. I do too. And I get a kick out of it.
And they blow the first note every time.
Here it is right here, guys.
Not quite there yet. Not there, but okay. E for effort. E
That's
for effort.
So Rob,
it's all good.
Rob, I wanted
And
to
you
ask
held
you.
the note. She held the note and kept. Yeah, that's
Yeah, no, you know, when Robin hit that note, I didn't even use my watch to measure it. I was on a calculator going, okay, this is taking a long time. She's hitting that note for days.
Yeah.
So, but Rob, I wanted to ask you, we're going back. You were one of the OGs, really. Who did you look up to? Who was your inspiration that said, that made you say, you know what, I think I can do that?
Well, with me, I'm from the projects, Harlem, Lincoln Project. So it was a group in there. It was a group there called the Crash Crew back in the days. And they used to perform in the park and, DJ and, whatever. And they came out with a record called High Power Rap. And being that, they live right across the street, I said, oh man, this is what I want to do, especially after I heard Rapper's Delight and then Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five and all that. I was like, yo, I really want to be a rapper. I love this hip hop thing,
Hey, Rob.
So I was just living it.
Rob.
Wow.
Yo, I don't mean to cut you off, man, but yo.
You don't want to be left behind.
High
All
power
you
rap.
gotta do is just blow your mind just one more time. And you
That's
say
it
New
right
York
there.
City right about now. To the sound you hear, just to your ear, you have no fear. The mix master Mike, Disco Dave, the amazing Crash Crew is here. Backed by popular demand and shot the motherland.
Come on, man. Come on, baby. What?
I'm surprised you got that record, man.
He's got everything.
Wait. Stop. You surprised I got it?
Yeah, Thumb got everything.
Come on, man.
Robin,
Got it all.
Robin, I just want to tell you, I love your music and I like that song, Show Me Love. You got to show
Thank
me
you.
love. I
Thank
like
you
that
so
song.
much. I appreciate you. Thank
Yeah.
you. It's been many, many years, and if it still makes you feel the way it made you feel when you heard it in the beginning, then I've done exactly what I was supposed to do.
I just it was such a great. I love the music. I just love it.
Thank you.
Hey, Rob, I got one for you, man. Can I take you back real quick, Rob?
Take me back.
Wait. Don't tell me you're gonna because Thump's got everything. He probably has it. He probably has It Takes One.
Crash Crew Breaking Bells, yeah. He got the classics. Yeah, that was the group that they definitely, those were the guys that, made me want to do what I wanted to do, Definitely. Big up to the Crash Crew.
Robin, you grew up in Brooklyn, didn't you?
No, I grew up in Queens, in St. Albans.
Okay, I used to live in Bayside. So,
yep.
I
went to Van Buren High School, plain old ordinary girl, just stayed to herself. Music was my vice.
Wow. Now, were any of you? I know that Cupid sang in church because now was it because you grew up in the church and your dad put you in a choir, or you wanted to be in a choir, Cupid?
No, at first I didn't. Because I was an athlete and none of my cousins could sing. So, when we singing in church, I'm trying to be cool like them because they not singing none of the notes, but I can. And then in the fourth grade, I learned this song by a group called The Boys called Down My Heart. And I sang it to a girl. And then I saw the power of singing. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to sing all these notes now. Yeah.
Right after that.
I saw the power, fourth grade.
Now, Robin, did you grow up singing in church?
I did. I did. Actually, my history is real simple. I used to go to this church in the neighborhood, and you know, back then they would come to the church and do the broadcasting at the church. And I was in the children's choir, and you know, I sang with the children's choir, and then Motown heard me. Barry Gordy heard me, and then I went to take singing lessons with Brooke Alexander, who trained Melba Moore. And
Wow.
yeah, it was, you know, it was a big thing. But yes, I did. To answer your question, I have been. People don't know. People don't know about this little church girl here. I'm a church girl. You know. I'm a church girl.
Well, you know what? I will be so wrong. I took Rob back. You know, I played one for Cupid. Can I take you back, Robin?
Yes.
You mind if I take you back?
Well, what is that?
You make my day.
Absolutely.
Power.
Yep.
Wow.
You know something? Now, you talking about a classic. That song still makes it work.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
Those are classics. I love classics. I love things that move you. If it moved you back then and it had a message, I mean, that, you know, you don't rock the boat with those things.
We used to do a segment called Stump the Thump. I'm sure, Sonia, you remember that.
Yes.
And I have yet to be stumped. I can't be stumped.
Yeah.
I don't think so at this point, guys. Do you think he can? I don't think so, because
No.
you have played just about everything we've mentioned.
I stumped him.
So.
I stumped him.
What, Paco?
I stumped him.
Paco.
Hey, Thump, tell them who stumped you with Rob Base's first #1 record.
Well, I have the record. I just didn't know that was his first #1 record.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man, you know what I mean? I got the record, kid. You can't. Hold on.
Uh-oh. See?
There you go.
Don't present the challenge. It's right there.
He got it. He got it all.
Got pictures in here?
Well, listen, this is the last call. If anybody's got a question, you jump in now, because we got to wrap it up here in a minute or two.
Rob Base. Rob Base, are you there?
Go ahead, Jason.
Oh, Rob Base. I love the hat that you're wearing. I bet from your I bet your team's New York, right?
Yankees.
Yes. And look, I got my New York shirt on here.
Oh wow. Okay.
And you know what? This music right here. Let me play it for you guys here. Hold on.
You gotta get in the mix.
Hold on. Here we go. Here we go.
Come on, Jason.
You got to get Serato.
I'll go to the next one. And then I'll come back.
I just wanted to say it's been an honor to be with all of you. It's been an honor to be with all of you. I really appreciated it. And I love these Zoom meetings. I love these Zoom parties. So thank you, Rob.
It has been my pleasure.
And Robin and everybody else.
Sissy now.
Thank you, Paco,
Here we go.
Leah. Thank you.
Welcome. Hello, I have a question for Rob. Joyce.
Go, Joyce. Go, Joyce.
Hey, I've been to your live shows, Rob. Let me tell you, as soon as It Takes Two comes on, Enjoy and Pain, people are on top of their seats in the concert. They're on the rails.
For sure.
Now, how did you come up with these concepts of these songs, these samples? Because I'm telling you, they go crazy.
Well, back then, you know, my moms and Pop, they used to always play them old records, the Lynn Collins, James Brown, and the Frankie Beverly. So I just took it and put it into hip hop form. Basically, that was it, you know. That was my recipe right there.
I have a question for Cupid.
Yes.
That was genius. Genius.
What's going on with the perfume and cologne line?
Oh,
Can we get it?
well, now that you say that, you know.
Exactly.
Yes, I have a fragrance line Bells and Bows.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
At bellsandbows.com.
Oh, yeah.
It's and Bows is spelled like the Louisiana way. It's B-E-A-U-X. You know, we talk bad down here. We spell the same way.
Yeah.
But it's a French. It has a French tone to it. So yeah, it's doing very well. You know, I have a lot of my friends. You know, from the Little Women of Atlanta, Miss Juicy, Denise Boutte, Vanessa Simmons. A lot of people, you know, wear it, and it's really exclusive. But it's just something that I wanted to, you know, I've always been big on fragrances and stuff. So developing it took me 2 years, and now we have it on the market, and it's going good.
Well, I gotta get
Congratulations.
some.
Thanks, y'all.
Hey, but Cupid, how can they get it? Where can they go to get it?
Bellsandbows.com. Bellsandbows.com. Bells, B-E-L-L-E-S, and bows.com. B-E-A-U-X. Bells and Bows. I'm always on
Put that
Instagram.
down. We can put it on our website.
Yeah, please do. Please do, brother. I appreciate that, though.
Yeah.
Before we go, I got a last question. I just want to tell you guys, I love you guys. Thank you, Jammin 1057 for the virtual pool party today. Thank you, Robin S. Thank you, Cupid. Thank you, Rob Base. I love you guys. Jammin 1057 and all you guys.
Well, I want to personally say thank you to my man Rob Base, as well as Cupid. Every time I call these cats, I mean, if they're busy, of course, they don't answer. But every time I call, if they don't answer on the second ring, it's the first ring. It's like, yo, Thump, what up? What, you know what I mean? And I appreciate that, man. From the bottom.
Hey, I want to be included in that. Don't leave me out.
Yeah, don't leave Robin out, man.
Well, Robin, give me a number. Give me a number, Robin. I'll call you. I promise.
I will definitely do that.
I'm going to tell you something.
That
I want to give Robin some props because Tony Terry wasn't able to make the call, and we reached out, and Robin, like that, jumped up and said, I'll do it. So thank you so much, Robin.
Yay.
That's big.
We love you to death.
Thank you,
Guys, anything you guys do, please let us know, and we'll get the word on the streets here in Vegas like that. So please contact us, let us know.
Will do.
Cool.
When all this is over, when this pandemic is over, y'all have to come to Vegas and perform.
Make it happen,
Oh,
Paco.
So we can come.
Sure.
I'm
going to be
Definitely.
doing some
we can
things
come.
in Vegas. I'm going to be doing some things in Vegas in July. So yeah, we'll keep you posted.
Okay.
Let me
I'll
let us know.
fly from New York. I definitely
say
fly
this.
into Vegas for this.
Me
Let me
too.
say this. Let me say this right now, real quick. We're going to be doing, God willing, when this gets behind us, we're going to be doing an anniversary party because next, I think Wednesday is our 1 year anniversary of Jammin 1057. And when we do, I want to invite Rob, Robin, and Cupid to be a part of our celebration concert. If you guys are available, we would love to have you be a part of our celebration.
Who's that?
So I'm definitely down. I'm down.
You know my money's going to go to your concert.
There you go, Jason. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a blessed
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Love you, Paco. Love you, Thump.
Love you, Thump.
Hey, I love you guys too. Thank you so much.
A virtual hug.
Rob, I hit you up, bro.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, Thump. All right, y'all.
Guys.
Indeed. Cupid, love you, man. Y'all have a good one.
Right.